Warning. This program is intended for adults only. What you're about to listen to contains explicit language, sexual topics, and don't be surprised if you get wet.
You've just tuned in to PussyBoss with your host, Victoria Lynn.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Victoria Lynn, and you've just tuned in for another mini episode of PussyBoss that I like to call Random Pussy, and tonight's episode has no random pussy. This pussy is well-known girl, or should I say, Miss President.
What is?
Introduce yourself, please.
Okay. Hey, y'all. It is the Jessie Camille, a.k.a. the PussyParty President of the PussyParty Podcast.
Yes.
Straight from H-Town.
Yes, Houston in the building.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much for
welcome.
coming over. So basically, I was introduced by a friend to the PussyParty Podcast, and I've been following her because I support the shit out of what you're doing. Like, I think it's so fucking awesome. And I just want my listeners to know a little bit about you, a little bit about your podcast, and how you came about.
Right. Okay. So I've always been the PussyParty President my whole life. But yeah, I'm the PussyParty President because I came up with the idea and I get to name myself. But basically, like I said, I have always been like this. I was that girl like at the high school lunchroom, like telling my friends about sex that I had. Like I lost my virginity when I was 14. So, you know,
Okay.
I came in the game young.
Damn.
And you're like, damn. Yeah, that's what they say. And, you know, I had a boyfriend, so we were fucking 1,000 times, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was the one telling my friends, like, oh, if he not doing that, or you not getting this, or you ain't never done that. And so I would teach people. I've helped, I would say probably at least 10 plus of my friends lose their virginity, but like lose it the right way and like so it doesn't hurt and all this shit. So I've always been like this, come from a very like open sexual family. Like my family, like we're kind of like naked, we pee with the door open, like you know, like the guys like hug and kiss each other, you know, like I have a super loving family. So I've always been like this. And shit, one day I was hanging out with some folks and we had a pussy conversation where I asked people what would they do if they woke up in the morning with the penis, and the guys, what would they do if they woke up in the morning with the pussy? And you know, it was great conversation. I was like, you know what, the people need to hear this. And
So question though, what would you do if you woke up in the morning with a penis?
If I woke up in the morning with the, you know, no one asked me ever. You know, if I would woke up in the morning with the penis, I would fuck your bitch.
Okay.
No, but the first thing I do is definitely like I jack off.
Yeah.
I be doing like the Ringo Mandingo in the mirror.
Okay.
I be doing all of that stuff, and then I go fuck your bitch. Yeah.
Okay. And so what about waking up with a pussy? What do you do with waking up with a pussy?
I mean, most guys are like, you know, do I get titties too? Like they're asking for like, you know, like all this extra shit, and it's
Damn,
crazy.
titties too?
I'm like, y'all greedy as
You
fuck.
only got 2 hands?
They're like, am I still a man? And I got a pussy. I'm like, see, this is what's wrong with y'all. Y'all really just, you know, you can't just go with it. But I mean, a lot of men say that they would, you know, play with themselves. They would shoot themselves.
Shoot themselves?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Or that they
dramatic.
would call like their friends and like get fucked. You know, that's
Okay,
a big one.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I'm like, so which friend are you
friend?
calling?
Exactly. I want to
Like,
know which friend that
like
is.
the one that you play Madden with. You seen
Yeah.
Black Mirror?
Yes. Yes. Right. I saw Black Mirror. That
Yeah.
shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like,
Right, and my lover I was talking to at the time, he's a huge gamer. Like he's hit me from the back with the headset on like this,
what?
with the little mouthpiece and everything.
Was he going lace away? He was playing while he was.
Yeah, yeah. What is it called? Fortnite or whatever.
Oh no, not
yeah,
Fortnite.
and like Call of Duty and all that kind of stuff. So I had that, and I'd be like, so that's what you be doing? He's like, no, Black Mirror is messed up. How could they do that? And I'm like, Which one of y'all's the girl? You know what I'm saying?
One day it ain't there yet, but one day
It's gonna get there.
You know, there's VR sex dolls.
Yes,
now. Yeah.
yes. I went to AVN and I won the VR
Oh, you did?
thing, and it made me want to have a dick. It did. Because it's mainly targeted towards men.
Ah, see, that's fucked
So I
up.
had a girl sucking my dick, and it felt very real. I felt very in the reality of it. And I took that off like damn, that's pretty cool. I really want to dig now. Like, I want to get my dick sucked. And then I went to this robot, and they put a strap on me, and she sucked my dick. So I had a great AVN experience.
She sucked your dick. Damn. So
there's a video of it on my Instagram.
But I want to know what it felt like. Like, I wish there was somebody who could tell you, like, did it feel...
Mm-hmm. I mean, I had the strap on. I ain't gonna lie, though. I felt extremely powerful.
Yeah?
Like, I took it out. When I took it out, and it went like... I, like, slapped her in the face with it. Because, like, that's all I know, you know?
That's true. I kind of like that. I mean, I have said before, I don't mind a little slappy-yappy.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, there was something very interesting that we talked about earlier, which was you were a, what kind of dom?
A sensual dom.
Sensual dom. So please explain this to my listeners, because I love, love, love this idea. Because I'm so into it.
So, you said it right. You know, my sensual dom would be more of the Madam President, or, you know, simply goddess sometimes, depending on what I'm channeling. And basically, you know, in sub and dom space, people think that, like, the subs have no power and the doms just, you know, you do whatever the dom says. But the dom basically has all of the responsibility for whatever you guys agree that you're going to do. Mm-hmm. So, like, we're going to agree to pleasure, because in my world, in the goddess, you know, sphere, or Madam President land, or whatever, I operate on a pleasure complex. So basically, if it pleases me, I do it. If it doesn't, then I don't. And so I teach you that principle, or I teach the man or whoever is working with me that principle. And so basically, I'm 100% responsible for your pleasure. So I am going to, quote unquote, tell you what to do and all that stuff, but you're going to like it.
So what do you mean by that? Give me an example.
So, for example, I have a thing where I may make a man stand in the threshold of the, like, room. Mm-hmm. And I will lay on the ground, butt ass naked, straddled all the way open. And I will ask him if he could touch me one time with one finger anywhere, where would that be? And I would... He would answer, and so let's say it was you. Mm. If you could touch me one time with one finger anywhere, where would it be?
Inner thigh.
Why?
Just feels sensual, risky, but not too risky.
So you don't know, or you do know?
Well, I guess I know, because no, I don't know.
You don't know, or you do know?
I don't know why I chose there.
Okay, so there's no rush. I'm going to ask you again.
Okay.
If you could touch me one time with one finger anywhere, and think about it before you answer me, where would you touch me? Or maybe the question would be better if you thought about touching yourself, because you're a goddess too.
Well, if I were to touch myself one time, I mean, obviously I would go right for my clit.
Right. Why?
Because it's the most stimulating part of my body.
Why is that the most stimulating part of your body?
At least for me. Well, is it the most stimulating part of my body, though?
So, do you see how the conversation goes?
Yeah.
And you're naked on the floor with your pussy bust open. This man is standing in the threshold, and I make him put their hands at the top and open their feet at the bottom, so they're literally frozen there. I may dance in front of you. You're not allowed to touch me. You're not allowed to do anything until I say so. And you answer the questions, and once I'm satisfied, I'll say, do you want to touch me? They're going to say yes.
Oh, I see.
And then most men say, I want to touch you on the inside, or I want to touch your clit, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they do. And, okay, you can touch me. So you touch me on the inside. Most men, when we get down deep into, like, why, it's because I feel like I'm at home, or I feel, we get to the root of things. It's like fucking pussy therapy.
Yeah.
And they'll put their finger there and start stroking me. And I said you could touch me one time. So put it in there and stick it. Don't move. You see the sensual domination? Because I'm telling you what to do, but you're like, okay, bitch, I like it, so what,
Yeah.
And then we'll keep going. I may say, okay, you get to touch me a second time with another finger. Because by this time, they're like, man, maybe I would have picked something else, or maybe I whatever.
Yeah.
And you go through the process again. It's very mind-fucking. It's very stimulating. It's very lubricating to the brain. Mm-hmm. And then, the second place, okay, I'm going to touch your breast. And you ask why. And you keep going. You really make them, like,
want it.
And then you allow them to do it. And then you correct it if they don't do it correctly. Because I said what I said. And then depending on if it's like for me, you know, if I have a client, I may not do that exact technique or go that far depending. But if it's like a partner that I'm like my boo or whatever, I'm going to be like, well, okay, because it's all about the senses. So we did touch, you know, and it's seeing and smelling, you know, it's all going to be there. And I'll say, well, do you want to taste me now? And of course they're going to say yes. And then you say, do what you want. And that's a different kind of sex than just fucking from the beginning. So that's like the tantric sex that I do and how I play sensual domination into that. Or I don't play with my sensual domination. But
do you do that in your relationships too?
Yeah, that's how that's how I created it. Like, some of the techniques are totally natural from me actually exploring with my own partner and having a certain intention in mind as far as like, I'm going to let you understand how powerful you are, or I'm going to give you a wider understanding of like how you can expand this pleasurable experience versus just obliterating and fucking the shit out of my pussy, which I'm not saying that I didn't love that and that wasn't cool and that I don't get that. But there's, you know, most people have sex like how they did when they were in high school. They think that they always been the, especially men, they think they always been the bomb. They always gonna be the bomb. You gonna take this dick, you know, whatever. And most men have vanilla ass sex, you know?
I would have to agree with that. Because I always feel like when I have sex with men, they're always like, oh my God, you're wild. And I'm like, really? Because I don't.
Right, because I'm giving you 50%.
I ain't even, because for real, like, if you was my man.
Right.
But we just met.
Right, so I'm going easy on you.
Yeah,
so people have not really tapped into their full sexual potential. And the only way to really go forward is to kind of step back a little bit, break it down, slow down, you know, look at each other, talk to each other. Like, I'm not comfortable, move this motherfucking pillow under my foot, you know, like.
Communication is key.
Right, and you know, and explore and go through all of the emotions versus just like pain and pleasure or fear and love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's desire. There is, you know, there's rage. There's, you know, there's all kind of things. And there's a lot of sexual pleasure on the other side of that. There's a lot of healing. There's a lot of like communication that happens. You know, I've had experiences where, you know, the biggest and the burliest, you know, and strongest of the man has been the most open and vulnerable with me, and that's how you build trust, and that's how you have good ass healthy relationships.
True.
So that's part of what I do.
Yeah.
Sips tequila.
Sips tequila. All right. So speaking of, you know, being vulnerable, the topic is period.
Right, the show, right?
Yeah, the show. The topic is our periods. Our pussy has periods. We have periods.
This is a great conversation because I just realized some things about my period. So lay it on me. What we going into?
Okay, so for me, I fucking hate her. I give, you know, you definitely give her a pronoun, right? Because she's a fucking bitch. And I feel like the one thing that nobody talks about is your period.
True.
And I'm just so I'm so angry. I'm so angry as women. We have to deal with all these things, and then we have to also pay for them. We can't get, you know, like I was telling somebody like an STD test is X amount of dollars.
Yeah,
like
true.
Tampons
and we need more things and
tampons are how much, and we pay per month. Birth control is when you go to Walgreens, you gotta ask somebody. They gotta get their manager. They gotta get the Plan B for the Plan B.
But you can get a condom or whatever easily for free on the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and not a female condom.
That's what I was just gonna say. And you can't find a female condom within whatever radius. All the Rite Aid, the whatever. I've looked just because I'm like, why are
maybe they have it like at sex stores. I feel like you got to go to the sex specialty shops. But anyways, like so that's the reason why I started the podcast. Like on my first episode, I talk about, you know, we are the, you know, the Republicans have a party, the Democrats have a party, but the pussy, and that's basically the penis party.
Yeah.
But the pussies don't have a party. You know, we have taxation without representation and all of those things that like we learned in school that I half-assed remember. But I remembered enough to fucking speak my rights for what I feel like we should have. I feel like you have a right to certain education, certain access, and pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're speaking my language all the way. So I have found a new love and partnership with my period. Brand new, girl.
Okay.
Like, I just got off my period today.
Oh, me too. Ain't that
And,
fucking
girl,
weird? Ain't that weird?
It ain't weird. We soul sisters.
See, that's how it goes, though.
Pussy partners.
Pussy partners.
And for the first time this period, I was happy that I had it.
Oh, why? Wait, I wasn't
So let
happy,
me tell you.
but
Let me tell you. Okay, so for the past 2 years, I've been having amazing, mind fucking blowing sex, right? And
Past
you know,
2 years, I'm jealous.
yeah, don't be jealous. It's coming. It's coming. But yeah, I slipped and fell on a really good one. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I had to tell you that
Thick
story.
and long.
Thick and long.
Oh.
And it plump when you cook it. And
Girl, I ain't had a good one in a while.
yeah.
Well, that's not.
Anyways, I digress.
Yeah. I know, Dick. If
right.
you're doing that to
Yeah,
me too, it does that to me too.
So anywho, and so every time so he was really good at dropping my period down when I needed it and all that stuff. And you know, I was still sad. Like, my period would start, I would find out, and I'd like throw a fucking book on the ground, or I'd be like, ugh, you know, whatever. Even though my periods aren't that bad. Like, I know some girls, they get their period, they like have the fucking flu, basically. Like, they are shut down. I didn't have that, but it was just like, oh, my period's here. Yeah, I PMS
I'm
too.
a bitch.
My thing is I get extremely tired.
Oh.
And so, you know, if I started my period, that means I'm not gonna get no dick, even though we have had period sex.
Well, that's my thing is I don't mind period sex.
Right. Yeah, and I don't either, especially with, you know, this was my partner.
Put me in the
and-
shower.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
good.
yeah. And I'm short too, and he's tall, so I stand like on the side.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, but either way, still, like, we didn't do it all. You know, it wasn't like a common thing, but it wasn't like off the table. So I just was upset because, you know, the kind of sex that we have, I mean, we may not want to do that while I'm on my period. You know what I'm saying? And we don't settle for less. So that means, like, the shop is shut down for a little bit. So I will always be like, oh my God, this bitch is here, blah, 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 right? Well, for whatever reasons in my spiritual practice and all of these things in life, I'm like, oh, it's time for me to be in relation with myself, and I need to take a break from a dick sabbatical. You know, I'm working on a book, and also like what people do when they go on sabbaticals. And something happened where I ended up kind of dipping back and having, you know, you know how we do.
Some
the
fun.
door's locked.
Yeah.
With the Cheeto in the thing versus I don't know if you've seen that meme where the door was locked, but it was like a Cheeto holding the door locked.
No.
It's like, bitch, we could bust this thing open at any moment with a good dick. But anyways, and so I dipped back to my partner and we had sex again. And the thing is, I knew that I wasn't pregnant because you know, like at this day and age.
I mean,
you know, like when your body's different, you know, like you shot the club up, he nutted in you, that there's a high chance that you're pregnant. Like, I know he didn't nut in me because it was like all over my like belly button.
Yeah.
But anyways, I still, you know, so when I was young, another open moment, I had an abortion when I was young. And so I vowed to never have another unplanned pregnancy my whole life. So I know that was a reason why I was always such a stickler about starting my period, but also didn't like her and blah, blah, blah. So I was kind of tripping. I went and got a pregnancy test and everything because I missed a month.
oh, wow.
Right. But I was vegan. I started eating meat again. I think that's why. Like my hormones changed. But when my period started, I remember sitting on the couch and like, you know, you feel something different. I put my hand and I was like, oh. And I felt happy for the first time. And I think that I went through all of that long ass story to say, like, I had to go through this like journey for my pussy to like tell me like, bitch, like, I'm you, like, I'm a part of you, we partners, like, why you be being so mean to me? You know what I'm saying?
I
like,
guess you make a valid point.
like
there.
that's why I be coming at you so hard how you do, because you act like I don't hold you down 3.5 weeks out of the month every year, and I mean every month, and then when I have to do my self-care, my self-maintenance, you come down on me like we not besties, like we not partners, like you not the CEO and I'm the CPO, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, damn, and I literally had this conversation with myself, I'm not making this up, and I was like, damn, you know what? I did feel happy to start my period. It's not as bad as it usually is. Maybe I'm making it worse. Like I'm adding hormonal like shit on top of my natural hormonal. And I went through that whole pilgrimage of dick sabbatical and all that stuff to learn to be easy on my pussy and love her, treat her how I want to be treated when I'm on my period. Like, holy fuck.
I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I bet you didn't think I was going there with it. No. But this last period, Joe, it was weird because it's weird you're saying all this. My last period just now that just passed, literally, I was surprised. Like, I'm eating M&Ms now, but I had not had any candies or sweets. Like, I was actually still being good.
Right,
and, like,
it tests you when you're on your period.
Yeah, it tests you. And then also, like, ever since I got off birth control, my period is so much better. It's different.
Yep, absolutely.
It's way chiller. Like, it's crazy to
Natural.
me. Yeah, it's crazy. And it comes, but it's the cramps ain't as bad. But I definitely get crazy. I will say that. My emotions, like, in my head, I can't stop. I overthink.
Right.
Like,
time out. When your birthday? What's your zodiac sign?
Oh, I'm a Pisces.
Oh, well, yeah. Blame it on a period.
Girls, you know. Yeah, I'm a Pisces. You gonna do my tarot later?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, fuck yeah! We'll record that too.
Okay, cool.
We should record that.
I'm down, but
I don't know if everybody needs to know my business.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna shock your draws. I'm that type where you'd be like, "Oh shit,
shit."
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, like
Do you use tampons?
So I've been going through that thing too.
Because that's like another thing. Like I think that we need to talk about. Because I did not know that they were like bleached.
So
what the fuck?
You know, Monsanto and all that shit has been in my pussy for like how many years, right?
Yeah.
And it does freak me out because I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? So I Amber Rose. Everyone talk about Amber Rose so bad, you know, but I fucks with her. You know,
me too.
I hate the slut walk didn't happen this year, but you know, having a baby and shit. I bought the slut box. I was like, I want to see what it's about. I want to support her. It's like $29 a month, and like I got a fucking clit suction vibrator. I've gotten like lip mask and makeup and like organic lubes, female condoms.
Oh yeah,
and a menstrual cup.
That's what I hear about. Everybody's talking about that.
So I tried it. And see, let me tell you something about me. I'm a petite lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the biggest pussy in the crayon box. And I'm a Kegeler, you know. And so I tried to put it in there, and my pussy's fighting against it because my walls are very defined. And then like once it's in there, it is cool because it's nothing. Like, it's nothing. Yeah. You're checking yourself. You're tripping. It's nothing. But you don't know where you're at. You don't know if it's full. You don't know if it's halfway. Yeah. There's no meter. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, the first time I used the menstrual cup, I had to learn my pussy all over again. Yeah, like, you know how you can tell your period, okay, I see the pad or I see the tampon. I know I'm almost done. I'm heavy flow.
Exactly.
You don't have that shit with the menstrual cup. And then when you take it out, it's like, and shit, blood goes everywhere in the toilet. It is a little messy. Yeah. But there's no, I mean, it's that one thing you rinse and you put it back. But my ass was on the floor, my legs open, trying to put the
That's my problem. I'm worried I'm going to be looking like that. Exactly.
Right. And then you can't do that at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? You got to only do it at home. Yeah. And then fucking.
And especially like if you splash and all of the, what if you in a dress out, you splash all over the toilet, it splashes up onto your fucking dress.
Right. You at the dude house with the menstrual cup.
I should have just did.
I had a murder scene.
Yeah. Right? I had a murder scene. My bad.
You know what I'm saying? But, so I put it in, like, the second period. And I must not have sealed I don't know. Maybe I was having a super extra tight month. But I leaked. And it was bad. And so then I was like, you know what? That's too much. So I got the soft disc.
What's that?
So it's kind of like diaphragm, old school. Okay. But it's not any, you know, it's basically like a diaphragm, but way better technology in plastic than what our moms had. Okay. And it's like it sits differently, like on like your cervix versus the cup having to like go in and up or whatever. And you know, everyone's pussy shape a little different, and whatever, and that's cool. I do like that, but it's still like messy once you take it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can fuck on them, you can, you know, do anything you want to on them. which is great. But it's like, if you don't know that locked and loaded position, you could be thinking you good.
And then all of a sudden you fucked.
And for real fucked.
Yeah, because
it ain't no little bit. So this is what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I still use pads sometimes. And honestly, maybe because I'm older and I'm like, we feel more confident about our shit. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm home and that's on my period, I put my favorite period
Big
panties.
Yeah, girl,
I put a towel down. And I fucking free bleed. I don't put nothing in, nothing on.
No
nothing,
pads?
Nothing. Nope. I mean, I have leather couches. And I sit and, and I'm chilling.
For real, you just...
Mm-hmm. And really, it's not as much blood as it looks. Like, all these collective devices gives you a facade of what the blood is like. Like, it's really not as much when you just, like, let it go on a towel. It's not like, it doesn't go all over you. Like, you'll just have, like, a little line, like, on the towel, and that's it. And, like, I don't feel like I have as bad cramps during my period because I'm not like, I just started, let me...
Yeah.
Put some foreign object
No, I
in
completely
there.
agree. When I stopped using tampons for a little bit and I was just using pads, it was crazy. My cramps were like going away.
Mm-hmm. Now, pads, that's a whole nother ball game. Because it's like 500 of those motherfuckers, right? Mm-hmm. I like the Always Infinity. They must got some diaper technology in there or something. Because it won't look like you bled that much, but if you turn it over, like the whole thing
is locked in.
Yeah, so it's like, good for... if you're on the go and stuff. And
I mean, I don't normally wear pads because, see, I don't like to wear underwear.
Me neither. See, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah,
like, what does the girl do who really got that many
I don't
draws?
really like to wear underwear.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's funny because I went out to the club the other night and I was in a white dress and it was my period, right? But I was like...
Right, all of the red flags.
Yeah, but
no
like,
pun
you should not... And it was like this big... Well, we took pictures from that night. No, I did not bleed. However, all the pictures, my tampon string is hanging out, girl. No lie. I'll show you the pictures. Is my phone right here? I'm going to show you. I have them. Don't spit out. I have them. I swear to you, girl. I'm going to show them right now.
I'm sorry, sis, but you do have 5 pussy demerits for that.
Hey, look at this. This is so funny. I'm going to post them, too. I'm going to post them for this week. I'm going to be like, look, the shit happens. This
shit happens.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
That's why you got to get the little bullet with no string when you ain't wearing no drawers.
Oh, there we go. It's perfect right here.
Oh, my God. Bitch!
That shit's so perfect.
You like, I'm killing it.
Yeah, I'm killing it. I was killing it with the tampon string hanging out. You know
your
what
friend,
I'm saying?
like, that's right. My friend is a bad bitch.
Yeah, right? She had my back. I showed her this shit. I said, yo, every picture. It's funny because every picture the tampon string is hanging out. Hold on, let me show you. I was like, girl, every fucking picture, the tampon string is hanging out.
Oh, no, man! Yo, I'm dying right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it happens.
It does. Shit, at least she wasn't like heavy bleeding and like the string was
I
bloody.
mean, I think it's funny. I just forgot that I was on my period that night because I was drunk.
That's good. At least it wasn't like I'm out and I'm bloated and I feel like shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I do get blown when I'm on my period because then I can't have sex. But I mean, let's be honest right now, I'm not having that much sex.
Right, yeah.
Even though I'm trying. I'm trying, but it's like, dudes are just so lame.
What's going on here in LA with the LA dick? I don't know what the LA dick is like.
LA dick is just not good, man. At least for me, because
what's not good, sis, though?
You know what's not good is people just lie. I'm like, look, we just trying to hook up. Can you just be who you are? They can't be who they are.
Oh, so they just faking phony.
Yeah. And then you be like this one dude was like, oh, I only come here once a month, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm just trying to hook up. And then, like, I'm on Tinder the next day, and, like, he's, like, changed his profile. I was like, I'm looking for a real woman, blah, blah, blah. And then I noticed, like, a week later, he's still on. He changed his bio again. Like, and I said, oh, have changing your bio, getting you more hoes? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you want some dick? And I was like, see, you ain't here for once a month, you liar.
Right.
I'm like, you can't even be real. Like, just be, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not trying to, like, marry your ass.
Right.
I don't know if there's
Was the dick good?
No, he thought it was good, but it was okay. This is what I liked about it is I pulled out a toy. I pulled out this where anal beads or something. I don't know, but something he stuck in my ass.
Right.
And like he kind of like did it while he was fucking me, and that shit was definitely really good. So I liked
so it
that.
gave him extra points.
Yeah, it gave him extra points,
really
but the actual dick was like,
it was straight.
Right. And you know, I'm just sick of like guys who like they all want me to suck their dick, but then they don't go down on me. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I like sucking dick personally, but like, like I'm like you, like how you were talking. Like, I get off by pleasing whoever I'm with, but when I'm just fucking you one night, it's not like that because I'm not with you. I'm just fucking you. So if you're not pleasing me, then why should I fucking please you?
Right. Well, we can find a solution to that, sis.
No, I mean, these motherfuckers out here. I try, and I'm picky. I'm picky too.
So usually, I'll be like, "You eat ass," like when we at the like, you know, when you waiting for the Uber, you know, like you eat ass, and then be like, eating ass is mandatory over here.
I mean, I love that too. Like, when people like, I'm cool with it.
But my thing is, if you eat ass, you eat pussy. So I like to go for the big thing
and see where they go
and see where they head at. Oh no, I ain't whatever. See, the thing is, they do eat ass and they lying. You know what I'm saying? But the whole like having an issue with like your image and booty mouth or whatever the bullshit is that people say or whatever, I always have them where they be like, hell no, and then they be like, I mean, I did kind of lick the gooch one time. Well, you know, you slip and get in the ass. I mean. You've been a few times. Okay, yeah, I eat that. Like, we ain't had to go through all that.
Yeah.
You could have just whatever. And I feel like for you know how you say, like, we just met or whatever, like, if it's not worth my pleasure, then why am I doing this? But a lot of dudes feel like, oh, I just met you, so I'm not going to eat your pussy because, like, they feel like it's nasty or they feel like.
I know.
Because it's like the one night stand or like, I just met you type thing. But, nigga, I'm fucking you too.
Yeah, Like, what about your dick? You think that your dick is like first off, all these motherfuckers coming over trying to fuck me with no condom. So your dick ain't that clean.
Right.
I'm way cleaner.
Right. So I mean, yeah, you just gonna have
Do
to
you have that problem
run
in
and jump
Houston?
and sit on their face. See, the thing is, I've been sitting on the same dick for a while.
See,
like my experience was so different. And I actually, so we met on we matched on Tinder. And, like, dudes are putting their Snapchat profiles in there, Tinder, which I like.
Really? Because I feel like that's just like a let me send you a dick pic thing.
No. And maybe it's different because I'm in Texas or whatever. You know, dudes are a little, like, laid back. But, like, you can see their personality. You can actually see how they are. And, like, we never talked on Tinder. And I think, like, maybe we LOL'd or sent, like, a haha, like, emoji on Snapchat over time. And then eventually he's like, hey, do you want to hang out? And, you know, I was like, sure, you know. And we talked all night. I read his cards. And then he was like, you know, the night's coming to an end. And, like, this is all great. I think you're an attractive woman. And I like your mind. And I would like to engage in some filthy sex with you.
Ooh.
And I was like.
I'm so into that right now.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
You know, like, you hear how much I talk. I'm like, okay. And he's like, so what's your health like? Blah, blah, blah. You know, and I'm like, what's your health like? And, okay, like, we're good. Okay. He's like, well, I've been working. Like, do you want to take a shower with me? And I was like, yes. And, like, I got in the shower, and, like, we actually took a shower. Like, you know how he's like, ooh, like, you know, you would think that they're trying. He, like, let me get in the shower and wash me.
Body.
And he, like, hand me the soap. No, he didn't wash my body.
Oh.
We just took a shower together. Like, we both were in the shower washing ourselves, which was, like, it was like suspense was killing me because he handed me the soap, right? And you gonna turn around and look at the dick on the low. And it was, like, hanging. And I turned back around, and I was like, thank you, God. And, like, he obliterated me. And so I realized that is not normal. You know, usually, I mean, it's not that much. He kind of, like, led the whole thing. Like, I was like, yeah, okay, sure. And, you know, but that's that big dick energy. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That big dick energy is something else. Because there is.
And, like, and I started my period that I should have known.
Yo.
He knocked that whole thing out the park.
I started my period. One time I went to meet somebody to, like, have sex with them, like, I had not seen in a long time. And I started my period as soon as I got there. Bam.
That's happened to me before.
And I was like, damn, I'm here and I'm just trying to have, and here I go. And it's just period. But we still had sex.
Right. So I had that when I was younger, and I remember him being like, you started your period? Okay. So.
I mean, that's my thing is, like, it's not really.
You just put a towel down and. Honestly, it's a little wetter.
That's my thing. It feels
super silky.
It feels better to me personally. Like, when I'm on my period and somebody has sex with me, I can feel it's super, like.
Right. You know,
slippy slidey.
And the thing is, you do kind of stop bleeding when you start secreting, you know, all of the orgasmic juices. It does kind of like overtake the bleeding or whatever. And like, unless, I mean, I guess it depends on the day and the kind of pussy you have. But, I mean, it helps your cramps, you know, to have sex when you're on your period, because the orgasm muscle is the same one that you cramp with.
Oh, okay.
And so it helps, like, you know, of course it helps with the endorphins or PMS, all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. The only negative is, I mean, technically it's not like this nasty thing, but it is easier to transfer things through blood, you know what I'm saying? But that's why you have to be an adult and have adult conversations.
Oh, yeah.
But you're missing out on, you know, some good slippery.
I
if
agree.
You ain't never. Just put a little towel down.
I agree. It doesn't bother me.
You know what I'm
saying?
It
doesn't bother me. I need some dick.
I know, right? Ugh.
I'm dying over here. I'm dying over here. I just got
off of mine, and I'm like, not going home for a long time.
I masturbate even when I'm on my period.
Yeah, I do too.
I masturbate all the time. I don't stop.
That's healthy shit. And honestly, I mean, the clit area, it's not like that's gonna be all bloody and shit.
Exactly. So that's what
unless you're like heavy into penetration, self pleasure.
No, but I mean,
most women are clit heavy.
I focus on that. I can do either, but I focus on that.
Right. Well, I've got friends with the womanizers. Like, oh my gosh. And so I squirt with that bad boy all the time. So I'm probably more on the clit side. But yeah, man, the period.
Wait, what's the womanizer? Is it?
It's a clit suction vibrator.
Oh my god, I think I need to try that. I want to try that.
You're gonna
I've been looking for that, and yeah, I think
you need an email womanizer because they can't advertise, so they need people like us.
Oh, okay.
To get the product out there.
I
haven't done that, but my mentor told me to, and so I'm telling you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that advice. I will definitely try that.
And then holler at us.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to squirting.
Yeah, are you a squirter?
So I have only with toys, never with a guy.
So I made myself squirt with that motherfucking toy.
Yeah.
And I have squirted with guys before, but it's few and far between.
I feel you have to be
hardcore
comfortable.
Mental. It's so hardcore mental.
It is, and then you're worried, what if I piss everywhere?
I don't give a fuck about pissing on a man. I'd be feeling like
See.
restitutions for all the things that women have went through all these years. I don't care about that. And most of the dudes I'm with, they real nasty. So
I mean, that is true.
Like squirt on me.
Guys like to be guys like to be pissed on too. It's a big thing that I don't think they talk about.
Right.
Because a lot of my friends. So my one girlfriend, her boyfriend used to like her to piss on him, and so she told my friend, and so she went to her boyfriend, was just joking, like, "Hey, do you want to piss on me?" And he was like, he was super into it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My when me and my lover were engaging, he peed on me in the shower, and I like was so mad at him. I really wasn't mad at him,
but you just.
I ain't gonna make it okay, like you know, so you can just feel like you got Oprah right, because he got that big dick energy, so he gonna start just whipping that thing out all the time. On you. Like, you know, the shower's like home to us. It's like where we began.
Yeah.
You know, so and he tall too, so it ain't not above the waist. I'm not for that shit.
That's so funny.
But you know, they slap it on you.
I've had people piss on me too.
In the there's in general.
In the shower.
Yeah.
Not like not just in general. Not like someone just.
But I do like to get the dick slapped on my feet, like on the bottom of my feet.
Oh, on your feet. I've had nobody ever do that. I like it like cheeks.
Yeah, like on the bottom of your feet where the ridges are.
Okay.
And
I'll have to try that out.
It's kind of hot, but I could imagine maybe getting peed right there. It might be a little.
I mean,
erotic.
as long as it's not like I couldn't be like shitting or any of that. That's too far for me. But there's a couple things that I'm kind of open.
What is it about the pee that you like, sis? I'm trying to understand.
The pee that I like,
like like you said, you like.
I just wouldn't be against it.
Oh, okay. Like it ain't necessarily something.
There's nothing
you
I would
do.
Yeah, I would.
But it ain't like a hard.
I mean,
no.
I'm not gonna be.
It's a yellow. It's not
a yellow.
A red.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
Exactly. It's a yellow, not a red. Versus like there are hard limits in certain things.
Right.
I mean, I don't know all my hard limits, to be honest. They're probably pretty.
Right, because we are forever evolving and growing pussy around here.
That is true.
I mean, that's true. And like honestly, like one time I went on Pornhub and I looked at like all of the categories and I'm like, there's all these categories I never even fuck with. Like I don't even know if I like it or not.
There's a lot I don't like.
And, there are a lot I don't like because porn is mainly made for men. You know what I'm saying?
It is. But even the porn that's made for women doesn't get like it's weird. Mm-mm. It's really weird for me because I watch a lot of porn actually. Like I probably watch porn daily. Well, I do watch porn daily.
Right.
And like the thing is like even I've tried to watch female directed or made porn, and it's always so romantic, and it's like I don't want the
Right. It's like
it's like
far left and far right.
Yes.
Right.
Like I'm like, can we get an in between? Because the truth is, the fairy tale romance is not real life.
So you know who had the best porns to me? And rest in peace, Tumblr.
Oh.
It used to be everyone before OnlyFans got like
Really?
huge. People were doing premium Snapchats and shit, and they were on Tumblr. And it was like, there was a lot of dudes out here in Cali that must have been like getting girls to like have sex with them with like a mask on.
Yeah.
And it was really like good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the Snapchat, Tumblr dudes, they had it together. Like for me, it did it for me.
They probably still on Snapchat. They also have like something like OnlyFans or something.
Yeah. But when Tumblr like passed away, because you know what happened with Tumblr.
No, I don't.
So Tumblr was like the shit. Like to me, Tumblr is Instagram, Pinterest, and Pornhub mixed together.
Okay.
So
I didn't really use it that much.
I could follow like these people with like, you know, premium Snapchats. I could follow gay porn. I could follow Brazilian gangbang. I could follow all these things. And you know how Pinterest like pops up shit that you love all the time because it's an algorithm to your brain, but based off your follows. So it would pop up things on my feed like that were, you know, astrology, like fucking travel shit, you know, women's rights, and then like Brazilian gangbang, you know, and then I would like it. And the videos start playing as soon as you scroll on it. So you don't even have to stop and press play.
Oh.
And like the shit be good. It be the best 2 minutes of the whole clip. Like so you're not scrolling up.
And then you just keep going through the little clips.
And you just like it. Boop boop, and it goes on your like feed. So you can go back.
Yeah.
And like it was dope. I loved it, but they shut it down because they said they were cracking down on sex trafficking and child pornography. Which great, I understand that, but
I mean,
it's still a problem, so
that's not where the problem lies.
It's really not. It really
that's a whole
came down on a lot of people that were, you know, sex workers that were doing things really safer, and they had full control.
Well, that's why I have said it before on this podcast. I really think prostitution should be legalized, and I think that we should support women who, if you want to use that as your job, like just like strippers, we should support them and give them the outlet to be safe and to be taken care of.
Right. And they can like, you know,
and have actual wages, because some women who are out there who are doing it because they may be addicts, but they're also being at a low cost, like putting themselves.
I mean, no health care, no nothing. There's a thing called the Stripper Parade in Vegas. And it's headed by this lady named Polly. She's just a dope-ass chick. And it's all like a whole convention for strippers. So it's resources for strippers. Mental health, health care, insurance, all kind of resources, you know, payment processing, you name it, for strippers, cam girls, you know, all that stuff. Because there's nothing there for them, you know. So I know that I agree. I do feel like sex work should be legalized. And I mean, even technically what I do in the tantric field is considered sex work to a degree. I feel like Instagram models is sex work. Like I don't really bash them or come down on them. And I want to say, like, I think when I first started the podcast, I used to like kind of make this hierarchy thing, and I realized that was like my bullshit that I was on. Yeah. Because I mean, they're making money in the sexual arena. And if I support a stripper, like, why would I not support them? Yeah. And, you know, so it is, you know, we have to check our own pussy privilege. Yeah. Sometimes.
I mean, I think as women, we tend to just it's just our nature to, in a sense, like, want to be the queen bee or whatever of the, you know, but I think it is realizing that we are all on this journey together. Right. And even just let alone women, people, all of us, like, right, we're all trying to figure out our sexual identity, figure out how to work within society that tells us what we like is wrong, because most people probably don't like what the norm is, right? Most
people don't. That's why we have such great followings that we have.
Exactly.
And my sexual identity has multiple personality disorder.
Mine too. It's funny because my dad, I was talking to him and I told him, like, you know, like, it's, you know, I'm like, I don't understand. He's like, well, you know, the norm of what, like, people, like, of people, you know, of monogamy and stuff is, like, you know, 70 to 30. And I said, well, what makes you think that what you think is the norm is how people really feel.
Right.
Because people
Who
are
set the
doing
norm?
Yeah, because people are doing what society like
The thing is,
marriage, blah blah blah.
Right.
Like it's what we've been taught.
right, but the people who are making the rules for the norm are doing the lewdest, raunchiest, crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get it. Because I've been in some places around some people.
Mm-hmm.
And people with a lot of money, with a lot of influence, with a lot of access, they are doing things to their bodies to like have better erections and better vagina rejuvenation and swinger pods and I mean everything, weed, cocaine, like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything that you could think of that they want to censor, like people that make rules, lawmakers, all policy makers, the advertising, fucking, you already know, you know, all the restrictions on that. The reason why my fucking podcast says pussy with a W on Instagram is because I can't have the word pussy.
Exactly. That's why I had to spell mine POOSE.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because you can. And then even when I got my LLC, they were like, "What exactly is this word?" And I said, "It's your vagina." And they were like, "What?" Like,
right.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
'Cause
I was trying to
define
make up a new word for like
pussy
that wasn't pussy but wasn't vagina. Like, I don't know. Not scientific.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still working on it. I don't know. I'll
it's
let
a
you
work
know.
in progress. Let me know.
I will.
I'm sure you'll come up with it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like
my mom used to call it vajayjay.
Was one.
She used to call it vajayjay, or what else did she call your punani?
Yeah, I know. Like down there. I don't know. I'm just over it. You know what I'm saying? Like men, they have like dick and like cock and like all this stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like
if you
totally
if
normal.
you look it up on Instagram, they can put dick, cock. They can put I was noticing that you can't do pussy, but you can do dick, cock, and what was the other one I found? I can't remember.
You could do penis.
Penis.
So wait, let me tell you what pissed me off. You know T9?
Mm-hmm.
Like predictive text?
Yeah.
That pissed me off. Okay? So any words, masturbate, porn, pussy, like all of the sexual words, even if you spell it right, it doesn't come up in predictive text.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was doing voice to text because I'm like writing this book, and every word that was related to porn, or even they thought was related to porn, they changed them to pussy with the accent like it's spelled in fucking French, and like penis. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like Webster Dictionary. This has nothing to do with expressing or advertising. This is just predictive text. Like these are words that are in the dictionary. Like vagina is in the dictionary. You know, pussy, even though it's not used the same, is in the dictionary. Yeah. Like why are these things censored? This is what's fucking wrong. That's why we have, you know, well, we have rape because there's rapists. But you know what I'm saying?
But you're right.
But the root, you know, that's why we have teen pregnancy. This is why we have all these things. Because, like, you're trying to fucking hide words.
But it's been going on since the beginning of society. I've been, you know, like, if you look at our history, it's crazy how much we've hidden and masked how, I mean, look,
the truth
of how people are, which is people like to have sex. I
think the people that make rules are greedy. They want to keep it for themselves.
Yeah, they don't. Well, and they know that like that's a power. Sex is a power, and sex is a power for women.
Definitely,
right? Because if we stop looking at it as so emotional, which I don't know if I can honestly do it,
right?
But,
and they know that.
Yeah, and they know it, but they realize if we can, and if we realize that we do, we control the world. Period.
Right.
We control men.
Right.
Which are the people that control this world? Because even it doesn't matter like what race you are. If you're a man, you still
true. Very true. Very true. So speaking on that, but back to periods.
Yeah.
I feel like, at a very young age, pre-puberty, that they should teach boys about periods. Mm-hmm. Like deep teach about it though. Mm-hmm. Like I had an episode called "Pregnant Pussy," and It's a conspiracy. And they were talking about how there's like a test that you could do with your fingers to see if you're ovulating. And I'm like, what? That's a great thing. I need to know that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, men need to know this. And they're like, well, I don't know about that. Well, why not? If you were a 16, 17-year-old boy, right? You are in love and dumb and full of cum. Yeah. And you're fingering at those ages. Like, you know?
Definitely.
And if you knew, even if the most irresponsible dude knew that if I put my fingers in here and it came out and it was like ticky-tack,
Yeah.
then you're ovulating, you would at least think twice about either fucking raw or shooting the club up.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like,
100%.
So I feel like men should learn like the inner workings of how periods work. They wouldn't get fooled by women who say, "Oh, I'm on birth control," and this. Like,
That's true.
They would
'cause
know,
you
like,
would
girl,
know.
it take 2 weeks for that to kick in.
Yeah.
That shit not true.
That's like I
All of
said.
that.
I said that sex education isn't really sex education because they never taught us also how to masturbate. Why is this such a bad thing for us to know how to masturbate? And why is it when men masturbate and come in a sock, they're like, "Oh, it's okay, it's a boy thing, just throw it in the laundry." But a girl masturbating, nobody talks about it.
I just had this conversation because I had the virginity episode on my podcast, and one of the girls said that when she wanted to have sex, she told her mom.
Yeah.
Clearly, they had a good relationship.
Yeah.
And the mom taught her how to masturbate, and so she didn't lose her virginity for like maybe another year and a half, you know.
Yeah.
So like she went from losing virginity at like 15, 14 to like more of a mentally capable age to deal with what happens when you start fucking and you go fucking dick crazy.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
dick, it's real life.
It's real.
I've been dick crazy multiple times.
I be itching like.
I know. Girl.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. But it was so great having you on the podcast.
Yes.
You are the shit. You are my
gosh.
sister.
I love you.
Yes. I'm so glad we're going to drink some more.
We
have
are.
a good time. Chill
We
for
are.
a little bit. Smoke another blunt.
We sure is because we is in L's of the A.
Yes, we in
and
the
I got
LA.
this super blue.
Oh, super blue. And we're going to come to Houston. And we're going to come
Come
party
fuck it up.
with you.
And you probably gonna get some dick because
I'm
it's
hoping.
different down there.
And
they
they're
gonna
Southern.
see your thick snow bunny. They gonna call you
Yeah.
all of that.
I love that. Bring me.
They gonna make them bring that over
You know,
there, girl.
That's. I mean, I can remember. That's my snow bunny was my name when I was like 14 years old. Walking up, walking out. They'd be like, "What you
know,
doing
my
here,
friend
girl?"
got a friend. I think you might like him.
Oh yeah.
I think he might like him. At least just to have a good time.
Yeah,
have some fun,
I just want to
whatever.
have some fun. Yeah, Sarah and I will roll out there. We'll fly out there.
Yeah,
Now
come
we
fuck
know.
with
Now
me.
we know the deal about Spirit.
Yeah,
Girl,
I'm trying to put everybody on. They be like, "You be flying everywhere, you balling." I mean, I'm like, yeah, because I'm gonna claim that.
Yeah.
That spirit, the balling energy.
Yeah.
But shit, I know how to work it.
Yeah.
You know, I know how to will and deal it and maximize my money.
No, that's
So you
what's
gotta
up.
go to the
That's
airport
what's up. Well, we were
make it
glad to
happen.
have you here on the PussyBoss channel, and we can't wait to have you back and party with you. And we're gonna come together, do our own event together. Definitely.
Yes, we're gonna have a pussy party.
Pussy party. Yes.
People have been talking about that for years.
we're ready. Let's
and
do
I'm-
it together.
I've been scared, you know.
We no longer. Now you got a partner in crime.
Pussy
So we
partner.
together. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. This is your girl Victoria Lynn. Oh, one more time. Tell them where they can find you out on Instagram.
Oh yes. So on Instagram at Pussy, like how Ply says it, PWUSSY Party Podcast. You can go to my website, www.thepussypartypodcast.com. And you can check me out. The Pussy Party has a product called Panty Dropper.
Whoop, whoop.
It's a CBD infused stimulation serum.
Yeah.
So kind of like Secret. It's strong enough for a man, but I made it for clits.
Yeah.
But a new secret that I found, side note, and I'll let you go, is if you put it on the dick and you suck the dick, it generates more saliva.
Ooh, I
and
like
it's that
that.
silky shit.
See, because you normally I gotta like make myself choke, which is hard because I don't have gag reflex. So
Bless you.
yeah.
And especially if you're like out here in LA smoking and stuff, cottonmouth.
Oh, that's true.
So
That's another thing too. When
It's
I
all
smoke too much weed.
natural, vegan and all that shit, all the buzzwords, but it's
Ooh,
true.
Love.
But yeah, it helps generate saliva and it's good for aftercare for like anal, BDS. I've been getting all kind of different reviews. I'm like, that was not in the instructions, but thank you for telling me.
That's great.
Yeah, so check me out, pantydropperoil.com for the product, or if you want some tantric services, a tarot reading.
Yeah.
I touch you.
She does it
I can
all.
stimulate you on many different areas. Are you ready for me to snatch your soul when
I
we
don't
get
know.
off of here?
I'm nervous as fuck.
Don't be scared. It's
But I'm
only
excited.
pussy.
I'm
Look.
excited. I'm excited as fuck. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Okay,
All
well,
right.
thank you for having me.
Yes, you are
This was
amazing.
fun,
Yes.
and we're going to have to fuck it up again.
Definitely. All right, guys. It's your girl, Victoria Lynn. And as always, remember to keep patting that puss.